Hello guys and welcome on a new video on my YouTube channel Culinary. Today we will talk about McCormick Company from the US in a short basic analysis. So let's get started. Here a quick overview of the topics for today and also a short disclaimer. Please be aware I'm only talking here about my own opinion. So investing can be very risky. You can lose your whole money. So you always have to inform yourself before you start investing. Let's have a look at the business model. So McCormick operates as two primary divisions. So the first is the consumer one, so retail spices, herbs, condiments, and the industrial flavor solutions, so flavor systems for food manufacturers and the food service. They have a strong brands with global reach in more than 100 countries, like the McCormick, like the French or the Frank's RedHot. They're regarding global sourcing and production. So they source the raw materials from many countries. They also operate the manufacturing facilities internationally to serve all the kind of different markets. They try to focus on the innovation marketing, so they continue with new product developments, packaging innovations, e-commerce, or they'll try to kind of capture changing consumer trends. So their strategy includes growth in emerging markets and margin improvement with cost-saving programs. And now we look into the financials. So the market capitalization is 17.9 billion approx. The revenue got from 2020 of 5.6 to 2024 $6.7 billion. The net profit approximately remained the same with 0.789 billion, but it also got down for some years like 2022, 2023. The profit on sales is quite stable, always above 10%, but in 2024, 11.7%. The net assets, they got up from 3.9 to 5.3 billion. The total debt did go down from 8.1 to $7.7 billion. The shares outstanding are remaining the same. And the P ratio got a bit down over the past 2 years. And from 2020 to 2022, it was like above 30, yeah. But 2023 it was 25.7 and 2024 it was 26.8. And now we look at the dividend history, and here we can see a good history where I did search the numbers from 2006 to 2025. Every year the dividend got risen up. So when you are having now 2025 $1.8 dividend, 10 years back in 2015 you got $0.8, and back in 2006 you got $0.36. So also keep in mind that the past history does not guarantee any future dividend payments or dividend rise ups, but still it's quite impressive to see that clear dividend history. And when we look at the risk, we are having different points like raw material price volatility that can squeeze margins, like with almost every food and snacks company, and also heavy exposure to global supply chains and trade or geopolitical risk, like some tariffs and import-export disruptions, which are in 2025 very recently seen in news. Also competitive pressure from other large branded players and other private label alternatives and the mature markets. So yeah, maybe there is also slower growth or low brand awareness in the emerging markets compared to America. So maybe the upside is limited. And there can also be a change in the consumer behavior. So that requires constantly innovative behavior. Yeah. So they don't fail to keep up. Uh, yeah, then that can hurt the market share. And when we look at the chances, so we are having a growing global demand for flavorful, convenient at-home cooking and meal kit trends. And yeah, expansion in emerging markets where there is the middle class growth and the changing eating habits. The premiumization of products like special season or international flavors or better for you variants, so that can expand the margin. Yeah, also more innovation in the e-commerce or direct to customer channels. So that would be a new path beyond the traditional retail. And also sustainability and agricultural supply chain improvements. So um, the long-term cost and risk can be reduced. And when we look at kind of my own opinion, I would say that McCormick is a very defensively orientated food company with strong brands, global reach, and it offers relative stable earnings compared, for example, to a cyclical industry. But there are also some problems on the other hand, like a margin pressure from raw materials, trade risk, tariffs at the moment, and yeah, growth in the core mature market may be a bit more harder now. So I believe that um, if they can do a more faster scaling in emerging markets, more innovations, control the cost, then the growth may be continued. So maybe for an investor, McCormick looks like a steady choice with a moderate growth potential rather than a high grower. But um, yeah, I would say there are other companies which are more speculative than this company. But I would say it's more worth for a detailed analysis that company. Very interesting. But now I want to hear your opinion. So what do you think about McCormick compared to other food and snacks companies? Please tell me in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a sub, and I will see you next week with a new video on the channel. And I wish you a very nice day. Enjoy. I'm out for today. Bye.